Hello and welcome to Housebound. This podcast are extracts from my, Eddie French's book where I visit different bands who are self-isolating under new international quarantine regulations. I approach each house with a hazmat suit and a dictaphone. I visited many different bands and musicians to see how they cope when isolated in the house that they all share. Today, Blink 182. I arrive at a remarkable mansion, only differing from the others around it by the liberal application of stickers over the exterior walls. I'm welcomed in by an excited Mark Hoppus, who isn't usually allowed friends over on a school night. Hoppus eagerly leads me to his bedroom and shows me where he does his homework. His desk has "No Girls Allowed" written on it, and a homemade poster saying "School Sucks." He shows me the multicoloured chart he uses to make sure his chores are done so he can go and practice his skateboarding in the garden or play on his SNES. I'm presented with a book with the words "Privet, do not read" written on it and a crude artist's rendition of what he thinks a breast might look like without any clothes on it. It turns out to be his fart journal. He encourages me to read some entries. 14th of May 1998, did a long one that squeaked at the end. Tom said it sounded like an alien putting things in its butt. At the mention of his estranged former co-frontman, his mood changes. His visage now cold, he quickly takes the book back and says that he needs to clean his room or else his after-dinner ice cream will be in jeopardy. I take the opportunity to visit long-time Blink 182 drummer Travis Barker. He invites me in with a double-time breakdown and I drag an unused drum stool over to make myself comfortable. I ask how things are. I'm met by a blank stare. I make more inquiries, including how he's keeping being stuck in the house, what inspires him musically, and when we can expect some new Blink 182 material. The same blank stare meets all my questions. I wish him well and leave. I receive a semi-enthusiastic rimshot paradiddle for my troubles. I proceed down the hall to a door with a large M painted on it. It's slightly ajar. I peer through the crack. A black-robed figure is kneeling before an altar. Black candles and bunches of dead flowers adorn the floor around it. A chalice of red wine and leather-bound volumes by Anton LaVey, Aleister Crowley, and other sorted occultists adorn the floor around the altar. I give a tentative knock. I hear a panicked, "Just a minute!" and see the robed figure reach for one of the candlesticks and pull it. The entire wall rotates, replacing the altar with a wall decorated with skateboards that spell out the word "Queef." I'm asked to come in, where I'm greeted by Matt Skiba, swigging from a can of Monster. Before I really have the chance to say anything, he tells me how rad it is to be in Blink 182, and maintains he's really psyched to be going on tour with Lil Wayne, and how, if you think about it, nobody does like you when you're 23, so why not sing about it? He steers me back to the door, shutting it and locking it quickly. I overhear a clunk, a whir of mechanisms, and an anguished plea for forgiveness made to Glenn Danzig through the door. I leave, saddened. For more stories from my time with Blink 182 and many other bands, please search out my book, Housebound, Musicians on Lockdown, which will be published as soon as our GoFundMe for our legal fees meets its required target. Thank you for listening to Housebound, Musicians on Lockdown. If you enjoyed it, please share it with your friends. If you really enjoyed it, please consider going to www.ko-fi.com/Eddie French, EDDIEFRENCH, and donating a small amount of money in order that new projects may be made. If not, totally understand it. Not a problem. But do spread the word and let people know if you enjoyed it. Thank you ever so much. Take care. Bye-bye.